Hi, this is a much shorter version of my YouTube seminar that I've done on starting a brand with no money or no credit line. And I wanted to do this because anytime I sort of post up these like inspirational things that I was, trying to do and say, oh, I'm doing this with the brand, I get a lot of people saying, I wish I could, but I haven't got the money to do it. And even when I said to them, but I didn't either, they were like, oh, well, you're so lucky and blah, blah. And I was like, no. There's like no luck involved in this. And that's something that I thought for such a long time as well, is that most people were lucky and they maybe had a leg up from their parents or, an investor or something like that. And I'm just here to tell you, you don't need those things. And here's why. Development of a product with no budget, which we call zero budget, is difficult but not impossible, but it's also free. The only thing it costs you is your time, and you need to find ways of making that time. And for me, I was working a full-time job when I started my brand. So lunch breaks, I'd be working on my brand. On the bus to work, on the bus home from work, I'd be working on my brand. And in the evenings, I'd go to bed and then I'd get up in the middle of the night and I'd work on my brand. So what I'm saying is you need to be kind of relentless, and that does become quite difficult, and your friends will hate you, but eventually they will forgive you for it when they understand what you're doing, because there is nothing better than owning your own business. And the reason for that is the complete freedom to profit from your own hard work and the complete freedom of hours and that sort of thing. And also, you won't believe what it's like to actually enjoy working, because for most of my life I worked in call centres, I worked in offices, I worked in a cake factory, I worked in engineering plants, I did loads and loads and loads of horrible jobs. Call centres. Hello, Jordan speaking, how can I help? I've done it all, so I've been there and I know how horrible it is. So, you realise that businesses are just there to make the people at the top make a hell of a lot of money. So you will find out there's nothing more gratifying than making that money for yourself. And you find out you need to live on a lot less because you're happier. So the most important thing, number one, is not the money, it's the time and the concept. So when you come up with your idea of a product that you want to launch, you need to understand that fully. Once you have the idea, there are 3 things that need to be done, and I'm going to cover those in 3 separate seminars. That will be your social media marketing and email marketing and marketing in general, writing a business plan, and finally, developing the product in a tangible way that will excite people. So I will be uploading those. If you have questions related to those things, developing product, marketing and writing a business plan, please ask them as soon as possible and I'll cover them in the next one. So you've got your product. How do you get it made? You've got no money, but you've got lots of time. So you need to approach a manufacturer that already makes products for maybe your competitors and say, quite ballsy about it, ring them up and say, hey, my name's Steve, and I need to get one of these things sampled. Here's all of my product data. Do you reckon you can get that to me as soon as possible? And if, and 9 times out of 10, they'll just send you one. And I was really surprised about this. When I first wanted garment sampling, I'd contact people and I'd say, I don't know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And they'd be like, that's no problem, that's going to be £200 to sample that. And I'd be like, money. So confidence on the phone or even on email to suppliers, and they will send you stuff. Once you get your sample product, let's get it out there. Say it's a t-shirt, we'll put it on a sexy looking friend, get a photographer that we know that can do a shoot and edit of it, and then we can put it out there on social media and say that we're launching it soon, and then we can look at the reaction, because your parents, your friends, your well-wishers, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your dog will say, that's amazing, you're such a genius, I love what you do. But that's not really helpful. What you need is one of the guys that looks at it and goes, mate, that's just a rip-off of X brand. And, then you can look at yourself and say, actually, yeah, I did kind of rip off that. I need to generate a new idea. So that's, you need to get pretty thick-skinned, because criticism is actually very profitable for you. But also, don't listen too much to what people say, because, you'll put up a picture of this new product you've got and someone will go, oh mate, I would buy that if it was just something else. Then you're like, oh cool, I do those and I make some of those, and they're like, oh yeah, cool, hold one of those to payday. Disappear. And you never see those guys again. So have confidence in your product. So any questions, fire them over to me and I will get those sorted out as soon as possible. But you've just got to remember that time will be critical in this. Money is not. I'm going to help you through every step of the way. And I have faith that we will see a lot more businesses started by people that aren't wealthy, that aren't just getting money from mum and dad or investors. And remember that if you're not borrowing money from banks or investors or from anyone else, when you start profiting, that profit will be yours and yours alone. No one ever got rich borrowing money off rich people. I'll tell you that for nothing. So thanks very much for listening. I hope that you gained something from this, and I hope there's more questions coming to me. Thanks a lot.